Alrighty, guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Hot Corner podcast. We're splitting episodes 5 and 6, a little double whammy for this week. So we did the East Side trade targets. Now we're gonna do the West Side trade targets. We actually have Alex here today, and we have Tyler here, so um, more input now. So
Better input.
yeah,
Better.
instead of Tyler going, Kristaps was better on the Mavs instead of being on the Wizards, and
Hey, what did I tell you? I was sleep deprived.
I think the Miami Heat should trade for somebody good.
So looking at the West right now, it's changed since the last time we did the podcast. Originally, I had Mike Conley as the number one trade target, but Utah is now the seventh seed. So I don't think they're really going to trade people besides maybe some younger guys to get older guys on the team. But looking at the standings right now, going through 10 and lower, Minnesota, Golden State, OKC, Lakers, Spurs, and Rockets. Um, there's three guys that I think are the biggest trade targets from three different teams. We have James Wiseman, Russell Westbrook, and Jakob Poeltl. Um, for me, different scenarios for each three of them because Wiseman needs a new scenery on a bad team to be like that star-studded player. I could see him going to Charlotte, maybe Charlotte taking a chance on him to play with LaMelo. Him playing with going to Washington, maybe them taking a chance if they're going to get rid of Kristaps. Or if he wants to come to Chicago, I would take the chance. You know, we've suck already. Why not take the chance? Westbrook needs to go to a winning team, be a bench player, and then Poeltl can go to any team basically because he is the number one target, I would say.
Our very first episode, we had discussed what would the Jazz do if they were in playoff contention. So are at this point, are they buyers?
Yeah, well, I would assume so. They're 19 and 16. Everyone's healthy. I would assume.
Yeah,
You're not
that's kind of my thought too.
they're actually so they're 19 and 16 because they've played and Denver's 19 and 11. So they have as many wins as the number one team, but they've played five more games.
Right.
So, which I don't understand how that makes sense. Like, how does the scheduling get that far off?
Yeah, that's what is that? 7-game difference right there. I already forgot the records.
Five.
5.
And all five of those games are losses technically. So,
yeah.
I think if you're who are you gonna go buy? Are you gonna go buy Jakob Poeltl? Are you gonna go buy Russell Westbrook? Are you gonna call Minnesota and ask for D'Lo? Are you gonna go maybe get Jason Richard or not Jason Richardson? That guy retired a long time ago.
Yeah, he's a little past his prime.
Josh Richardson, maybe P Bev. I don't know. There's a couple different names you could go there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go a little wild here, and this thought just occurred to me. But if we want to get views, we got to be insane and crazy. So here's my thought. So I love the Phoenix Suns so much. With all the shit going on with them and the inner turmoil, what if Ayton gets traded to Utah for Olivia Picks, Vanderbilt, Beasley? I mean, this is literally just me like coming up with this thought right now. But I'm like, if they're buyers, I mean, they do need a big time center. They got a bunch of picks. Like Vanderbilt, I think would fit in pretty well because you really don't need offense in Phoenix right now. You just need a guy that brings all the intangibles.
No, I would agree. Tyler, is Alex's background screen pink for you?
Yeah.
It's the Apex disconnected player. You have been disconnected. So
Oh my God.
plus I got a pink shirt on.
That's
so.
why I was like, is it like matching your shirt or something? I was so confused.
I mean, I do have like string lights, so
Oh.
I could theoretically make my room all pink, but clearly, EA's got me covered.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Phoenix, I wouldn't do that because
Oh no, no, no.
but Utah, you're calling anyone. You're like, hey man, give me something.
Yeah,
Give me some sugar.
I could see Utah trying to land like total or something like that because they do need a
Kristaps.
big. Is Washington actively
They're
shopping him?
well, they're gonna shop someone because they're the 12th seed and they're 12 and 21.
How has Washington been this bad this long? Like they're so
'Cause they
like when
suck.
was the last time they've been relevant?
Last
Since
time
John
John
Wall
Wall
was
played
on
a
there.
full season.
And they were barely relevant then. They were
Yeah.
like first round bounces.
Well, they were like high regular season play because they tried so hard and then got bounced out. So,
Yeah.
so, but at the time when John Wall was out, Bradley Beal then stepped up and he became a better player. So
Yep.
they've never actually had a full season with a good John Wall and a good Beal.
Well, I think they're kind of in that like unfortunate space because they're not bad enough to get a top 5 pick, but they're not good enough to actually do anything. So I think that's kind of something the Timberwolves were kind of battling for the past few years.
We're battling everything.
Yeah, we fucking
But,
suck, dude.
yeah.
Battling AIDS.
Hey, we're up
Basically.
5 in Boston right now though, so it's okay.
Doesn't matter.
If you're Washington and the problem is they're only probably going to get rid of one player. I can't see them getting rid of Kuzma. I can't see them getting rid of both Kuzma, Porzingis, or maybe Kuzma, Beal. Who out of the three, Beal, Porzingis, Kuzma, which one are you shopping the most? I'm shopping Beal.
Um, yeah, I would
Kuzma.
I'm kind of leading Kuzma too because he's kind of generated a lot of positive buzz over the past few weeks.
I think you could obviously you'd get more out of Kuzma. The problem longevity wise, Beal's making 40, 50 million a year.
Yeah.
You gotta get that out of there somehow. Like
Yep.
he's not putting up 30 points per game. So
Right.
he's got to get out of there.
I think this is going to sound kind of, I guess, like weird, but I think Kuz technically has a higher potential. Like we know Beal can average 30 plus a game, but like I don't want to be that guy. I feel like a lot of that is just empty though. Like he's not really a playmaker. He doesn't really rebound. Like he's really just kind of an ISO guy.
Yeah, he's a solo kind of guy who helps bottom feeding teams.
Yep,
So
exactly.
he's not, and that's why I don't think anyone's looking for him. Like the Lakers were looking for him because they were desperate on their knees trying to find
Yep.
someone. But AD AD's out indefinitely right now. He just got that report, so much for
That injury could only happen to Anthony Davis. Only person on earth that injury could happen to.
Yep. So other names that I have written down here, we're looking at like the bottom teams. I'm going to go from the 10th seed, from Minnesota, who is the 10th seed. If they're willing to shop someone, I could only see only one person, maybe two people actually. I've seen some different scenarios, but two people might get shopped. D'Lo is the first one, and the second one I have seen people get rid of Cat.
Yeah,
So I think what's happening.
those people are insane.
I think what's happening is we got the new toy of Rudy Gobert, and they've seen the upward direction of when he's on the floor, and that since Cat's been out, we haven't won or lost more games. We've been even.
Yep.
So they're like, all right, fuck it, send him out, get him out of here, get more pieces. Realistically, it could work because you don't need a three-man team. You really only need two. There's been a lot of teams. The Bucks did it as a two-man, basically, a two-man focus, I should say, like a Middleton, Giannis. They had a
Yep.
Drew Holiday. They had Brook Lopez. You could do the same thing. Anthony Edwards, and Rudy Gobert. You trade Cat and you get a shit ton of depth pieces and maybe some picks. You're good for the future because you have the picks, you have the depth pieces, you have the two main stars. I think you could do it. Give Cat to, I think a bottom feeding team would take that chance. Would you not? If you're like,
I
if you're San Antonio, if you're Detroit, Orlando, go get a big name player who's getting shipped out. Would you not?
I think for me, like the whole thing with Rudy is that I feel like when him and Cat are involved in like the same play, it's different. But you see how Rudy's doing now when he's all alone. I don't think it's very beneficial to the whole team because I feel like he he's a good player. I just don't think he can be the focal point. Like, yeah, he can grab boards and all that, but I mean, our team, we see how much we're struggling without Cat. Like, obviously, Cat takes a lot of shots, but I think having, I think Minnesota's that team that does need more than two good players because you look at Giannis and Middleton, they're all stars. Like that, I feel like that's completely different. Like if we had if we had someone who could actually shoot, I think that'd be a little different. You see how the Wolves shoot. Like it's nothing good. We can make buckets here and there, but with the amount of shots that we're taking, it's not really all that good. So I think Gobert needs someone else to not pick up his slack, but
Pick up his weakness
contribute.
points, like the
Yeah,
weaknesses of
exactly.
his game.
Because we have guards. Like, yeah, we have Ant D'Lo and um
We have guard depth.
McLaughlin and everything, but
I think we have good guard depth, but I don't think they're performing at the level that they should be. McLaughlin
mhm,
probably is. D'Lo sure as hell not.
no.
Anthony Edwards is off and on. Jalen Noel has his good games and then he has his bad games. Whatever. We have Jaden McDaniels, we have Gobert, we have Edwards. Those three guys in the starting lineup don't contribute to high volume 3-point shooting. And Cat's supposed to be this, big man who can space the floor a little bit, which he can, but he's not doing it at a high level this year.
I
So
think he's just tired. I think that's what it is. So I feel like giving away Cat, like as much as like we can bring in a whole lot for Cat, but I don't think that will be beneficial to us because Cat has always been like our main star. Like we gave away Levine, Butler, even like P Bev, and like just like that last trade for Gobert. Like it's fine, but for Cat, it's like he's always going to be like our Giannis. I feel like he's an untouchable,
so the
but I
problem
just
right
think he gets worked too
yeah,
much.
the problem right now. So Cat's a 40% three-point shooter in his career. He's shooting below 33 this year.
Is he
That
is he even shooting 30?
yeah, he's shooting 32.5.
Okay.
So that just tells you that it's a down year. And if we had him on a good year, we would probably be talking about something different. But this is a business. If you are bad for a stretch of games on the thing that you need to be good at, you're gonna get traded or you're
So
gonna get talked to and released.
why don't
Obviously,
we talk to why don't we trade away the people that aren't really contributing? Like I feel like I love Ant. Don't get me wrong, but this year it's just been kind of like, eh.
I I don't see them getting rid of Anthony Edwards.
I know
Edwards
that's what.
Edwards is the first untouchable name on the list, even above Cat.
Well, I'm not saying we're going to trade him. I'm just saying like, obviously, I feel like D'Lo would be the first one to go. In all honesty,
Well, yeah,
because he's just he's not doing what he's done like the past couple of years. So
I would agree.
get give get him away. I won't even be mad. I know I talk about P Bev a lot, but even like the talks about them trading Patrick Beverly back to the Wolves, I think that's something that could be beneficial and be a real spark plug because I feel like with D'Lo you can get more than one player and a pick. I feel like it'd be a two-player, one pick for a team that is looking for a guard.
It's just insane how good the depth is for the Wolves, and we're just the 10th seed. Like Kyle Anderson's
Yeah.
a good backup. Jalen Noel's a good backup. Naz Reid's a good backup. Austin Rivers can contribute. Torian Prince can contribute. Jordan McLaughlin can contribute, and we just don't win games. So
Maybe
I
it's just
think
this season.
yeah.
I think it's just the attitude of the team.
Mhm.
Like there's when it comes down where you need somebody to take over like a game, we don't have that. We don't. We haven't had that since like Spreewell, Cassell, and Kevin Garnett. And like we need somebody that's just like, you know what, fuck this. Like I'm taking it over. Like just give me the goddamn ball. And Ant's supposed to be that man. And he's shown brilliant potentials. I mean, that playing game against the Clippers where he went off for like 38 or whatever. And then even the first game against Memphis where he put up 30 plus, like our mentality is so weak. It's horrible. And it all starts at the top.
Yeah, it definitely changed because I loved the whole shit talk Anthony Edwards type vibe that he'd give out, and he'd baby people in the post and
Yep.
dunk on him and talk shit to him, and that's the Anthony Edwards I want because that it just reminded us of having Kevin Garnett back.
Yep.
That dude was the biggest shit talker in the league. Like that's just how it goes.
I've said this for years. I still think we need somebody like a Ron Artest, where like at any given point, this dude just going to beat the shit out of five people. Like we need that enforcer guy. Like
Even
we need the
fans.
dude who's like going to get in people's faces, and like we don't have that.
Idea. Miles Bridges.
Honestly, I was pro Miles Bridges last year when we were talking about it. Like I thought Miles Bridges would have been a fantastic fit.
Oh my god.
We won't make the jokes like we did last episode, but that was good. No, he would actually be kind of fun to have on the team, low key.
Defensive minded, much more efficient offensively. Not efficient, but
But he would have to
he got
play.
more confidence.
He would have to play either over Jaden McDaniels or Cat.
Yeah.
So Jaden goes to the bench.
No.
Cat goes.
I'm saying no. I'm saying this is before the Rudy Gobert trade. When
Okay.
I was
And
going
he would
for
be
it.
the 4, Cat would be the 5. Gotcha.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
that would have been a lot better because our problem was 3-point shooting last year, and we gave up a ton of 3-point shooters
Mm-hmm.
for a big man to play defense because it was defense and 3-point shooting.
Yep.
And the only two people that could hit the three were Cat and Anthony Edwards. Right now, both of them can't at a high efficiency. Yep. We're playing defense because Gobert is there. But if we had Cat, we had Miles Bridges, who actually plays above or average to above average defense. We go from like 24th in the league to like 20th, whatever. Our fucking offensive efficiency would be at least like 5th or 6th because we'd have people that to shoot.
Yep.
Exactly. We'll move on to the next team, Golden State, who's the 11th seed. There's only one player I could see getting traded, and that's Wiseman.
Yeah.
Or Moses. They said Moses Moody and like some other guys, but like James Wiseman's the only one I could see just getting dumped. What team do you think would he fit best with?
I don't even know. Like we've seen so little of Wiseman, and what we've seen has just been so horrible. Like he's shown flashes of brilliance his rookie year.
Yeah.
But like ever since, he's just been such a non-factor. I guess like
let me give you two scenarios then. You're a top team in the East or West, and you have some picks and some bullshit players that you want to get rid of. Do you go trade for Wiseman to develop him on the bench and like give him time? Or if you're a bottom feeding team, do you give up an older guy who contributes to that team and then you pick up Wiseman and he's your number one player? Like, which one would you rather have? Would you want to be the bottom feeding team getting Wiseman for the number one?
Yep.
Or, okay. To me, I would like to be the team, kind of like the whole Bull scenario. He's not getting the opportunities. We talked about this a little bit. The opportunities he was getting aren't to the expectations we expect. He went to Orlando, got more minutes, and is playing better. So I think it would be kind of the same thing. That's why I threw out the whole Chicago thing. even though they're
I
not
could see Chicago.
like we don't have Vooch is going to be gone. I don't Andre Drummond's not going to be on the team forever. Like I want a guy who I can watch and I'm excited for. And he's a pick and roll kind of guy, like a pick and roll and you just lob it up to him. If we're getting rid of DeMar or Levine and we're going to build around like the young guys like Io, that would be perfect. Get another pick and roll guy for him, help him be able to get more assists and learn the efficiency a little bit better rather than having to take so many jump shots.
So then, who would you, if you were the Bulls, who would you give up?
I don't know.
Because
If
I
I
don't
can
think
get rid of
DeRozan.
if I can get rid of DeMar DeRozan and send him to Golden State somehow for two young guys like Moses Moody, James Wiseman, and a pick, I'd do it.
I don't think DeMar fits though.
No,
Where does he fit?
I don't know.
This is
Well,
you.
the Warriors
You'd have to get a third team.
Yeah, the Warriors couldn't really take him because he's not a like a run around off the ball kind of guy. He's a really ball dominant guy. So I don't know.
I mean, the Warriors could use DeMar. Like, if they did do that trade, they could use DeMar to get someone else.
I think it'd be
Maybe
hard
even-
for Golden State to take him because he's so bad defensively.
Yeah, like where does he fit into the lineup right now?
Whoa! Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Sorry, you have
Okay, your
R2D2
mic
voice.
is your mic is all sorts of wacky.
I should probably stop streaming a Timberwolves game.
All
All right,
No,
not any
still the
better.
same.
No. You want to just disconnect it and reconnect it. We'll keep talking. So we're gonna move on to OKC, one of Tyler's favorite teams to watch. What they aren't bad. And the people that I put on here from that team that I think they would trade is Mike Muscala. I can't see them trading anyone. Their team is so young. If you took Mike Muscala away from that team, the two oldest players, there's only two people that are older than the rest of the team besides Mike Muscala. Shea, who is a 1998 guy, and Kenrich Williams, who's 1994.
Damn.
So I think you don't trade anyone. If anything, you find some guys that you don't really want on your team anymore, and you go get a big star to play with Shea.
Like,
Kuzma.
I don't think Washington, with Kuzma doing so well this season, I don't think they're gonna
But they're doing so
touch Kuzma.
poorly.
Well, the team is, yeah, but I don't think Kuzma is the way to go.
If I'm OKC, I would want Kuzma though.
Well, yeah, I would want. Well, I mean, I would want Kuzma anyway. Like,
So they play Alexei Pokusevsky, the tall Russian guy. Or I don't know what country he's from. That flag is
He's
a
like
little
former Soviet bloc or some shit.
okay.
do something.
But like, why not? Go try to get Kyle Kuzma. And then next year you get Chet Holmgren back. You have Shea, and you have Kuzma. That'd be kind of lit.
And
Josh Giddey
who?
with the gritty.
hey, yo, hey, turn it up. Oh God, I gritted too hard. Oh God.
So yeah, I don't really see them trading anyone away because it's just they're so young, dude. Like their oldest player is Mike Muscala, and after that, it's Kenrich Williams, who's like 26, 27. Like, there's no point.
Oh, I definitely gritted too hard.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh God. Oh no. Josh, why'd you do this to me? But yeah, I don't know. It's good. God almighty.
What did you do?
I don't know. My cord's stuck somewhere.
Oh,
But
in your chair?
yeah, oh God. Oh jeez. All right, you know it's fine. Chill, bro.
So the next team is the Lakers. P. Bev, Austin Reeves, Westbrook. They can't trade Anthony Davis. So Austin Reeves, Lonnie Walker, Kendrick Nunn, P. Bev, Dennis Schroeder, and Russell Westbrook. Those are the main key players. Your number one target would be Westbrook, obviously. He's been doing good off the bench for them. What team would want to pick him up, though? And you're not starting him. There's no way. You're not starting him. You got to put him on the bench.
What if
And I
what
don't
if,
think
if
I don't think any winning team has the cap space to take his contract.
I mean with the Jesus.
There's
Well,
one
is
team.
is Kyrie still hurt?
No, he's back. He's playing with Brooklyn.
Hmm.
There is one team that can make the contract work, but he'd be on the bench. It'd be Miami. And they don't have good depth. They don't have any picks. That's literally a desperation throw for a mediocre team, basically. So it'd be pointless. But that's the only team that can make it work.
Hmm.
Indianapolis isn't going to get rid of. I mean, they're the eighth seed. They could get rid of Turner and Hield still, but you're the Lakers and you're 13 and 18 without Anthony Davis. Who cares? Like, you're not going to make a trade anymore. You suck. Your pick is in New Orleans now. They're getting a top 5 pick with Zion, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, fucking the rest of those nerds.
Valanciunas.
Yeah. There's no easy way to say this, but the Lakers are going to be a bottom feeding team for about 5 more years until LeBron retires.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And I
like to
don't
see
think
LeBron suck.
I don't think he's going to retire unless he has an injury. I don't think he's going to retire until his son's in the league, so
That or he wins another ring.
I don't see him winning another ring
He's like
anytime
Tom
soon.
Brady. He's the Tom Brady of the NBA.
Well, yeah, he's the GOAT, but like the
He's
problem
No,
not the
that's not what
GOAT.
I was talking about.
He's not
That's
the, he's not
no,
the
that's not.
GOAT.
No, I was getting at he's gonna retire, come back, and try to do something, have his whole life ruined, and then lose the status of being a top 3 team or player, and then he's just gonna watch his son do what he does best while he's sitting there in his recliner drinking a beer, yabba dabba do Old Navy looking ass.
Yeah, billionaire basketball player has shitty life because he doesn't win another title. It sounds horrible.
I mean, look at Tom Brady.
yeah,
He's
Tom
a
Brady
billionaire too.
got divorced, lost.
Yeah, Tom Brady got a divorce because he chose football over his family.
That's what I'm saying. What's going to happen to LeBron? He's stupid.
No,
Stupid.
I don't think he'll win a ring ever again because
Yep.
of how bad they are. They can't trade him unless he gets a forced trade. If he comes up to the front office and says, "Trade me now or you're gonna pay me and I'm just never coming into the office," where do you send him?
Anywhere?
I've never thought about trading LeBron James, so I have no idea.
Exactly. And I don't think any of the top teams would want. It's hard to say this. I think the only team that would want him is Cleveland.
Yeah,
But
for obvious reasons.
yeah, but there's no way to make that work. You don't have the players to fill out the money. You aren't giving rid of Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland, so there's no point. Or Evan Mobley. There's no point.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in the top 7 of that Cleveland rotation is touchable. Like if this year doesn't go well, like next year Cleveland's just gonna dominate.
I think Jared Allen's tradable if they don't
Really?
succeed this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, him over Mobley. Yeah.
Him and Levert are definitely tradable, especially this year. They could trade him if they wanted.
Yeah, Levert's trade value is kind of going down a little bit.
Yeah, he's been bad.
Yep.
So we don't have much time left. Quick through. Let's just rapid fire. San Antonio. There's actually quite a few pieces that are playing well. Josh Richardson, Jakob Poeltl, Doug McDermott. There's the two, Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell. Trey Jones has played well. I don't see the Spurs really trading anyone besides Jakob. But I think Doug McDermott offers shooting. Josh
Yep.
Richardson offers versatility. Poto does the same thing. And then there's only a few teams that would probably take Poto, and that would be Toronto, maybe New York, Brooklyn, um, maybe Memphis, and Phoenix. I could see Phoenix taking Poto over Ayton.
I think Phoenix is low key going to be the team that makes the biggest trade move.
So you'll trade Ayton and Jay Crowder for Podol and maybe some other pieces, maybe Josh Richardson, because Josh Richardson would play for you. Jay Crowder won't. So that's an even split. And then Podol for Ayton.
I would have to get like a good chunk of picks. So if I'm trading Ayton, because I mean that dude could start on 24 other teams more than likely, 25 other teams.
But they're not going to give you picks when they know there's bad blood between the coach and the center.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, I don't think that trade works.
So I could see Portland.
Unless it's just a Crowder Podol trade, like straight up with like a second rounder or something like that.
Oh God, I think San Antonio would get flamed for that.
Yeah, I think they would too.
Boston would be a sick spot for Podol.
Yeah, with an aging Al Horford, yeah.
They just got Robert Williams back though, so I don't know.
Yeah, he just lacks in size. That's really like one of the only downfalls of him.
But he plays like he's 7'2". That dude's a
that
dude's a beast.
That dude's a mini Rodman. He can do shit.
Next team and the last team is Houston. The only person that they would trade is Kevin Porter Jr. because they would probably want to take Jalen Green into his own hands then, have him flourish by himself. And KPJ could literally go anywhere. He's 23 years old.
Competent offensive player.
He has shown he can't play defense. He can't play make at a high level, but he can just score the ball.
Yep.
So same situation here with what we said about Wiseman. If you're a top team, are you trading for KPJ? Or if you're a bottom team, are you trading for KPJ?
Depends.
So if you're New York, are you trading for KPJ? Or if you're Charlotte, are you trading for KPJ?
I could see New York doing that because Cam Reddish is still on the team, right?
Yeah.
And but at least Cam Reddish is more defensive minded too.
Give him Julius Randle.
Julius Randle for KCP, straight up.
After his air ball though, maybe. Air ball at the basket. That was insane. Maybe, and this is like a shot in the bottom of the loins here. The Clippers could take on KPJ, but I don't know.
Yeah, give up like Reggie Jackson or something like that.
Yeah, you'd give up on Reggie Jackson.
I feel like that would be a fairly even split. Obviously, Clippers come out ahead there.
And that would make KPJ learn a little bit. He would mature more.
Yeah.
Rather than being on a very inconsistent team. And he's already been a guy who is up and down. Like he needs to find consistency. You go to LA, you play with two of the greatest players, and you learn.
Yep.
So that's all the trade targets for the West side. There's obviously probably some other names we didn't announce, so leave them in the comments. If you guys have any other topics that you guys want us to discuss, Hello, guys. Sorry about that. We ran out of time on Zoom. Just wanted to say thank you for the love and support. We're going to still try to crank out at least one episode a week. Let us know about some different topics down below in the comments section. Leave a like and subscribe, and I appreciate it. I know eventually Tyler and I want to do our own YouTube channels and maybe doing some game. He does a lot of gaming. I would probably do a lot of basketball topics just on my own. So, alrighty, guys. Thank you for the love and support again, and you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.